Welcome to this demo of the Rubiscape platform, where we aim to demonstrate the value generated from data science for the telecom industry. The Rubiscape platform is industry agnostic with elements of design thinking to enable a seamless process for delivering insights. The platform can be leveraged by different personas like a data scientist, analyst, decision maker, thus enabling data science in the true sense across data engineering, data science, and data stories to deliver business impact. For this demonstration, an open dataset is ingested where the solution helps in obtaining visibility of customer behavior, leading to churn and predicting classes for retention based on various parameters like multiple lines, phone services, types of calls, charges, etc. Let's now look at Rubiscape in action. For this demo, we begin by creating the dataset where we set up the parameters and columns for the data types that we would like to configure them as. Here, the user can select the variable type and the data type for that specific column. Once the dataset has been created, we can begin by creating the model. For this, we access the dataset through the Reader section. The user can simply drag and drop the dataset and select the columns to be used for further processing. Once the dataset has been acquired in the model, we can apply several data management and data preparation functions like we can see here. In this model, we use aggregation and the sampling test split method for processing the data further. Here we've used optimum cluster to configure it for the number of clusters to be created along with its independent variables, and also set up the method for initialization, the number of runs, and the random state along with the number of iterations to be considered. We can explore the results by clicking on the Explore section to look at how the results have been spanned across using the elbow method to define the number of clusters, and also to plot the cluster by using a combination of attributes across the X and Y axis. Below, we can also look at the number of clusters, the cluster size, and the data points related to it. Further, we have used several algorithms for the prediction like k nearest neighbor, gradient boosting, decision tree, adder boost. All of these can be accessed through the RubyML section where we can look at each of these in detail. Similarly, we can set up each of these algorithms to be configured based on the inputs required. Let's also explore the results of the decision tree to see how it can help us in predicting the churn based on different classes. We begin with looking at the KPIs with regards to the results of the decision tree, like sensitivity, accuracy, like we can see here. We can then see the results of the confusion matrix created as part of the outcome. We can also look at the ROC chart and the lift chart. And then we come to the decision tree where we can drill by the different classes based on the thresholds defined as part of the decision-making process, which will eventually take us to the possibilities of the customer churn happening. Once the model has been created, it can be saved, run, and also a snapshot can be created for comparing the results of different versions of the model. We now move on to interpret the results and represent them with the help of Rubiscape. Here, we can look at the summary of the churn as part of exploratory analysis within Rubiscape for a particular region, looking at the total calls, the international plan, the total calls by area, and the international plan by calls happening as part of the classification. Post this summary, we can look at the prediction results that we have got with the help of the model. This can be looked at by account length by voicemail plan, the international plans, the charges by day, evening, and night, and also by total day calls, evening calls, and night calls. We can then plot to see the correlation between each of these attributes and variables accordingly. Results can then be seen for each of the call types accordingly. To summarize, Rubiscape is an all-in-one platform for your data science and analytics needs while considering structured and unstructured data. Thank you.